You have been looking for help with back pain for a long time, maybe also because no solution has been found. Because you have a herniated disc, there are so many possibilities. I am Roland Liebscher Bracht, and we are going to do some exercises together that will give you a good chance to do something about it. Try it out. We will first start from the crawling position. And so, you practically go into this position and round your back, moving your hands a little further forward. And now round your back, especially in the lumbar spine, or at least go into a straight back, not in a hollow back. Let yourself hang down more and more. Yes, hang down. And then you notice it pulls in the groin, it pulls in the hip maybe. Maybe it pulls in the back, maybe a little in the stomach, but above all, make sure that your navel is pulled in, and when you pull in your navel, you will notice that the groins are automatically pushed down a bit. You will notice this stretching best in the groin and in the thigh just below it. Then you are exactly right. And we are now increasingly exaggerating this to the point where you can just about bear it. If you are doing this for the first time, just keep stretching. If you have already done similar exercises with me before, then press with your right knee into the ground, relax again, go a little deeper with the right groin, press with the left leg against the ground, relax. The body must first get used to it, and this strength training that we do here in the stretching, it may be that there are initial reactions which are not bad, but you should slowly get used to it. Breathe nicely, let the groin sink deeper. This is the main exercise for back pain because this is where hyperextension occurs, which counteracts sitting, which is the most common cause for it. Then slowly come out and sit down, stretching your legs forward. If you are not used to this kind of exercise and are on the stiff side, then pull yourself as far forward as possible from here, or maybe you come up to here. Everyone practices at their own pace. And if you manage to reach your feet, then go up to here, pull yourself further forward, and now you notice, yes, in the lower back, it is quite tense now. That is completely normal because there is a tightness in the arch of the foot and we have to train it out. This is, so to speak, the reaction to the shortenings in the front that develop due to sitting. Breathe yourself in beautifully and always move further forward, but be cautious in intensity so that your tissue can follow. These exercises should not be so painful that you feel uncomfortable. Everything must be in the positive range, so just comfortable pain and also a feeling of well-being. The exercises must be fun, they may hurt, but it is a positive kind of pain, and they must be enjoyable so that you can do them regularly. Because that is the important thing, not just a few days until the pain is gone, but incorporate them to your daily routine. That is super, super important. And if you have already done these exercises before, are a bit experienced, then pull your torso back now. That way strength is added into the stretch. That is the most valuable strength training I know. You let go and pull yourself a little further forward, and then you slowly come out. And we go down into the 4-point position again. What I actually said earlier, if you can't support yourself well, if you lack arm strength, then go to the couch and lay down with your forearm on the couch or on a chair. We are now going into a slanted position, that is from the side, and place the knee down. And now you notice this pulls differently than in the first exercise. T pulls more to the right at the hip in this area normally. Let yourself sink in nicely and keep up with the breathing. Always increase a little when exhaling. And let gravity take effect. And if you already trust yourself to do this, then press with your right knee against the ground and move a little firmer, relax, and continue with the right hip bone towards the ground. You notice how it opens a little more after tensing. Breathe nicely, sink further in, and if it becomes unbearable for your arms because of lack of strength, then go to the couch and start again. And then slowly come out again. And now switch sides, extend the right knee and let the left groin sink down. Start the breathing again, pull back the navel, contract, then you will notice how the groin moves a little further forward and downward. And use the exhaling to let go completely. Now get in contact with the left groin where it pulls and let yourself go further down. Good stretching takes time. The stretches are indeed very, very efficient, so few exercises for a lot of effect, but the stretching itself simply takes time. You will notice what happens to your back pain when you do it regularly. And now we press with the left knee into the ground. If you feel that it is too much for you, then don't do it and just continue stretching. Then we stop applying force and go even further into the stretching. Let it sink a little deeper and slowly come back out. And now go as far as you can into the cross-legged position. Maybe it only goes up to here, or it goes a little further, or it goes a little further still. And here is where it actually reaches. Now you reach your left knee with your right hand, support yourself with your left hand, stretch your arm, and twist your torso to the left. You practically pull yourself into rotation to the left with your right arm. As clean as possible. With each exhale, go a little further. Yes, breathe in nicely and exhale a little further. Feel where it pulls, those are your tight spots. Get to know them and observe them because they may be becoming less and less. And if necessary, you reach a little further with your left hand so that you can turn further in there. And now you can also use your left arm to ensure that you rotate even further. The right one already takes care of it. And right and left. The right arm pulls the right shoulder forward and the left arm pushes the left shoulder back so that you keep getting further into the rotation. And also try to rotate against it here if you like, if you already dare, to turn the torso to the right against the hands holding you. Then relax and continue into the rotation and slowly come out again. Now the intervertebral discs are filling up again with fresh nutrients. Turn your head to the right, always further to the right. And the same on this side. Always further over. Use your breathing, perfect. Very steadily, a bit more and more, you'll feel it in your arms, turn to the right. So that the spine rotates nicely because it's totally lacking that, and your intervertebral discs lack that smooth rotation too. And that's why we do it very thoroughly. And every time you repeat this routine, it's a feast for the intervertebral discs so that they are in good shape, well nourished, preventing tearing or bulging. And now you turn to the left, you try to turn to the left, but resist with your arms, then relax again and continue to the right. And slowly come out again. And now comes a little challenge. I will explain it too. Just go along with it. Sit down like I am sitting and place your right leg in a 90-degree angle in front of you and try to see how far back you can go with your left leg. If you can do it similarly as me, it's wonderful, then you can practice well. If you can't manage that at all, and maybe you're stuck in there, then do the following. Take your foot back, and then you'll notice now you can get into this position more easily, and you can go back more with your left leg. Now go into this position. And then you can take your foot a little further forward from there with each practice, first here, then maybe here, then here, and eventually here. Also find the angle where you can come as far back with your leg as possible, and then push yourself with your right arm so that the torso always stands upright. You are practically pushing yourself to the left with your right arm in the trunk, and at the same time backwards. And then it pulls at the right edge of the pelvis, outside of the right thigh, in the right groin, at the hip joint, and on the left side, it definitely pulls in the groin. This stretch on the left side is incredibly important to achieve more flexibility in your hip flexor. So it gives in nicely, because that is the main cause in my experience for the back pain you are suffering. And in doing so, we essentially train the back pain out of the body by stretching the hip flexor. And then we go out again, back again, and now simply turn to the other side. It's the same thing. So if you can't manage it, then go back with the foot, and then you can take the leg back at a better angle and start like this, and then increase it until you eventually get there. Also try to lie on the back of the foot, not on the side of the foot. And now push yourself more and more to the right with the left arm and into an upright position backwards. Keep pushing in this direction. And breathe. Here too, there is a pulling sensation at the left hip bone, outside of the left thigh, in the hip, across the pelvis, and on the right side of the groin. Press yourself higher. There are a lot of muscles attached to it, that's why it's a big task. But this exercise not only relieves the back, but also the hip at the same time. This is, so to speak, a double effect that you achieve with it. And that's why it's totally worth it to keep delving deeper into it. And then you slowly go out again. And now you need a loop. I need the loop for a moment, please, very quickly. Thank you. And when you have the loop, then you step in with your right foot, reach around, and now go into the prone position. If you don't have a loop, try to grab your foot in that position and then come around. With a loop it is easier, but you can also try it without. That works too. But this way you can ensure that you first build up the stretching. When you're on the ground with the groin, that's the downside when you practice without a loop, because then you have to keep the hip bent, and then it's a huge effort to get the hip down again. Therefore, take a belt, a loop, a towel, so you can pull yourself with both hands and then go further into the stretch. And the important thing about stretching is that you keep your right buttock on the ground, that you don't go into the hip flexion at all, because then you would be avoiding a muscle that has a lot to do with your back problems. And you keep moving forward. You see, I crawl a little further with my fingers and practically pull my foot further towards the buttocks. And now push against it. Stretch your right leg if you dare. Stretch your right leg, even though the loop prevents it from moving. Relax and pull further once again, and then this side is finished, and we do the same on the other side. Go into the loop or do it without the loop if you have a belt, so that you can extend your arms with the belt. And now bring the pelvis towards the ground, the groin towards the ground, so that you do not lift it. That would be a mistake. Let me show you what not to do, like this. See? You have to stay all the way down. And then you go into the stretch gradually. It may well be that there is a pulling sensation in the back. If there is a pulling sensation in the back, then it is proof for you that you are working on the muscle that is also related to your back pain. And keep moving forward with the hand, going deeper into the stretch. You must limit the intensity so that it is just bearable, and press here as if you wanted to stretch your leg. Press, that's right. A little more and a little more. Relax and pull yourself a bit further forward, more into the stretch, and then slowly come out again. Move a little, that's right.